Girl, what the hell is going on with Tasha K's mentee Storm over there exposing that Chelsea Alana allegedly ate Tasha K's Bucci cat, which isn't surprising considering that she allegedly allowed Larry Reid and Whack 100 to clap the testosterone off that pig pussy the morning of her husband's birthday. But now Tasha's other ex-mentee out here with botched lopsided titties. Girl! What the hell is going on with the Kibi Studio family? Was this a business or a goddamn circus, bitch? Now, before we get into Wendy Wiggins, are y'all aware that Tasha's ex-mentee Chelsea is publishing a tell-all book on Tasha titled From Blogs to Bankruptcy? It's supposed to chronicle Chelsea's time working under an aggressive butch lesbian who had to navigate her rise on YouTube as a successful shock jock to her fall after being successfully sued by Cardi, landing her and her family in a one-bedroom attic above a Florida bodega. Apparently, Chelsea got recordings of Tasha allegedly high on some type of chemicals, screaming and yelling at her and the rest of the unpaid employees of Kibi. It reveals how Tasha ran her business like a plantation, always pitting the employees against one another, and how she allegedly concealed money from Cardi, which was already proven by the forensic results of Cardi's accountant. Girl, it's supposed to be nasty work. Come on, Chelsea Winfrey. I ain't mad at it, honey, despite Tasha wanting 20% of the sales and also wanting to vet and control the narrative of the book. Chelsea has instead invited Tasha to the crack of her ass where she can kindly take a long nap. Bloop! Now Tasha claiming she gonna get it taken down by copyright flagging it. But ain't this the same felt blogger who wanted Cardi B to just be strong while she was out here telling the world this woman had herpes and was spreading it to everyone else through twerking? Not the big bad wolf unable to take the same smoke she makes a living off of when it's her turn to have the boat rocked. It's the hypocrisy of our YouTube democracy for me, but moving along. While Tasha K and Big Chin going head to head over books being sold out of the back of Chelsea's trunk, Tasha's other ex-mentee 27 Days, also known as Wendy Wiggins, better known as the DEI hire that got everybody at Fox Soul fired after only being there for 28 days, opened up about the insecurities that led him to getting botched plastic surgery. Oh yes, baby, you heard that right. So Wendy Wiggins shares that as a result of his veneer implants going well, which he said he flew to Colombia to get for $13,000 and loves them, which I hope he does, because everybody else hates how his original teeth went from lowercase to all capital letters, resulting in a half-a-mile protrusion, which makes his mouth look like a fupa that refuses to be zipped up completely. However, he's the only one who has to live with looking like the love child of Mr. Ed and Arsenio Hall. So as a result of his new dentures, he decided to roll the dice again on plastic surgery when he grew to be 600 pounds plus over the pandemic and could no longer fit into a standard-sized backyard pool. He shared how he got so enlarged due to the lockdown that when him and his man would have arguments that led to domestic violence, that his man would verbally abuse him by reminding him that he was looking like the distant cousin of the Clumps. After having to carry thunder thighs and thunder titties and outgrowing all of the support bras he had received from Goodwill, he decided to beef with enough people on social media to garner him enough Google AdSense checks to go in and get his breasts reduced, even if it meant stealing my content and editing me out of my own interviews without giving me credit to do so. He talks about how he called one of his other fake-ass plastic LA friends to ask them where they got their gender reassignment surgery done, and off Wendy Wiggins was to see a doctor whose credentials he never even asked to see. He explained how this doctor named Lee came in with a Coach bag and never even looked at him aside from making him fling his odorous gown back to expose all the areas he was going to edit off the struggling blogger's body, which was everything from the waist up and the neck down. Then the doctor whisked away. He explained that there were complications getting his blood work done, and it delayed the process, which is interesting to me, considering that he claims to be a psychic and a tarot reader, yet couldn't read this delay as a sign to take his ass to Planet Fitness instead of to Dr. Miami for a BBL job on his man boobs. Yet, he can see everyone else's future aside from his own. Make it make sense. Nonetheless, he was finally given a date to come in and claimed the doctor only asked him if he was ready. Then he was thrown into a bonnet and put under, only to awaken to having more pipes hanging out of his body than Malago Graham's the night she was conceiving a child from 3 different dicks. He then caught his mans to pick him up, who pulled up with a U-Haul to throw his big ass in the back of, before getting home to realize that something was very wrong, which was all of this. He had swollen breasts, titty warts, neoplasm oozing out of his areolas, squishy sounds every time he touched his chest, and a birthday candle hanging out of his armpit that he does not recall asking for. The next follow-up appointment and the botched results from the surgery absolutely devastated the soon-to-be terminated Fox Soul employee, as his dreams of thotting and bopping through the streets of LA's gay pride that summer and selling Bucci Cat to make it through the winter were all being challenged by these new gingivitis-infused titties of his. Dr. Lee charged him $10,000 extra to further botch him in an attempt to correct the original surgery. This led to months of Wendy Wiggins staying home to avoid the friends that didn't love him enough to accept him for the new botched bitch he had been transformed into, and a deteriorating social life, which also came at the cost of him postponing all the trips he had planned to take for his birthday and leaving him to have to dress like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, as he could not wear anything tight without it squeezing pus and menstrual blood all through his shirt. He reported being so desperate to pretend he was that girl that he even tried to go out to the functions and people would hug him, which would only result in him shooting pus all over them and trying to hide his drain in his sling bag to make it look fashionable, to no avail. He also talked about during an orgy with his man that one of the back alley hookers they found off Craigslist rejected him after he took off his shirt to get on his knees, and how he felt so embarrassed. After months of continuing to ooze and grow extra titties and knots all under his arms, he finally found a doctor that was able to mold his chest as close to normal as possible. But he was told there was only so much that could be done, since the previous doctor had actually cut out his muscle, which is irreparable, and now his titties need a real-life electric scooter. He is thankful for the results, but says that he can still tell that his heels still have eyes, baby, and that from every angle he still looks obtuse. I find this to be very interesting, since he's always going at Cardi B's best friend, Ken Barbie, claiming Ken looks like a trans freak show, and then bloop, he goes in for a boob job and comes out looking like Cookie Tookie. Didn't Nene tell these girls that they can never win when they play dirty? You went to get skinny, but came off the table looking like an overheated apple pie. No wonder Wiggins was about to run down there to the damn FBI to file charges on the other YouTube weirdo who went upside his head at that Free Zeus event last year. And it was because Wiggins only got one good arm left and these hard-ass man-made titties on his chest, baby. He can't even defend himself at full throttle no more. Wiggins went on to say that the lesson was in loving yourself, and that love starts from the inside, not the outside. And I will add that it also starts at Gold's Gym, where you can depressurize your titties for free and without half the risk. Some of his bikini bottom ass fans were calling me haters for years just because I would clap back at this girl for being shady and integralist. And I would also point out how he was really a punk ass soft poodle bitch beneath that soft shell ass exterior of his. And now he finally admits to being an insecure internet troll who started a lot of shit with people to get money to fix himself from the outside in. Now he out here copping pleas with the spiritual community because all the feminine gay boys got the last laugh. I'm just happy the loser got a great lesson out of being a fake-ass hating bitch who's now got to live with fake-ass titties, but didn't lose his life like he did his job. So kudos to him and the best of luck to his double D's. Tell me what you all think about all the C cups that are growing across this bitch's chest below. See you guys later. Bye.